Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to tackle a problem that, let's be honest, almost everyone has, a messy, cluttered downloads folder. And we're going to solve it with a surprisingly simple but incredibly powerful Python script. You know the feeling, right? You need that one PDF or that one image you downloaded a few days ago, and you find yourself endlessly scrolling through this chaotic digital junkyard. If you've ever felt that pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This quote just hits the nail on the head. It's such a common frustration. Well, today we're going to build the very script that lets you say this. We're turning that manual, soul-crushing drag and drop into pure automated magic. That's right. We're going from that digital dumping ground to a perfectly organized system that just runs itself. All it takes is a little bit of Python, and you'll get hours of your life back. Pretty good deal, huh? So first things first, let's take a good, hard look at the problem. We're all familiar with this mess, but by really understanding what it looks like, we'll know exactly what our script needs to do to fix it. I mean, this has got to look painfully familiar. It's a total mishmash of documents, images, music, installers, everything, all thrown together with absolutely no rhyme or reason. This is the chaos we are about to conquer. Okay, so how do we even begin to build a solution? We're going to start with the fundamental building blocks, the core Python tools that make this whole thing possible. We're going to use two powerhouse libraries that are built right into Python, OS and Shootle. Just think of them as our tool set. The OS library is what lets our script see and interact with your computer's file system. And Shootle, that's the muscle. It gives us the power to actually move and copy files. With just these two, we can do some serious work.
And check this out. With just a single command, shootle.move, you can already perform a basic bit of organization. You can literally tell your script, hey, see any PDFs? Just pop them in my papers folder. This one simple action shows you just how powerful these tools are right out of the box.
Okay, moving one file type is cool and all, but let's be real. We want to level up from that simple idea to a truly intelligent system. Let's build an organizer that can handle everything we throw at it. Our script is going to follow a really clear four-step game plan. First, we define our rules, what goes where. Second, we'll have it scan the entire downloads folder. Third, it'll automatically create the destination folders if they don't already exist. And finally, it moves the files. Simple, logical, and super effective. Now, to make our script really flexible, we're going to use one of Python's best features, a dictionary. This basically becomes our rulebook. We can map folder names like images to a list of all the different image extensions like .jpg and .png. The best part is, if you want to add new file types later, you just update the list. You don't have to touch the core logic of the script at all.
Oh, absolutely. The standard OS library totally works, but there's a more modern, a more elegant way to handle file paths that just makes our code so much nicer to read.
So, the old way, on the left, it works, but it can get a little clunky. Now, look at the right. This is the modern approach, using a library called pathlib. You just combine paths with a simple slash. It's way more readable, it's less prone to errors, and it works flawlessly across Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's a real game changer.
So here's a crucial point. A good script works on a perfect day. A great script is robust. It's smart enough to handle the unexpected stuff like duplicate files or file types it's never seen before.
So what happens when you download a file with some weird extension like .xyz? We can't just leave it sitting there. The solution is super simple. We just create a default other folder. It's the catch-all. Any file our script doesn't recognize just goes in there. No file gets left behind. Okay, now this is a really dangerous scenario. What if you move a file named photo.jpg into a folder that already has a file named photo.jpg? The old one could be overwritten and lost forever. Our script has to be smart enough to prevent that from happening.
And the solution is actually really simple and clever. Before moving a file, the script just asks, hey, does a file with this name already exist here? If it does, it just adds a little number to the end of the new file's name. That's it. No data is ever overwritten. Your files are always safe.
Okay, we've built this intelligent, robust script, but the real goal here is automation, right?
Let's make this a true zero-click, set-it-and-forget-it system that runs without you even thinking about it.
This is the final, beautiful step. Just like this user on Reddit points out, you can use your computer's own built-in tools to run the script for you automatically. You can have it run every day, every time you start your computer, whatever you want. And it doesn't matter what system you're on. Windows users have the Task Scheduler, and on macOS and Linux, you've got a classic, super reliable utility called cron. Both of them let you define exactly when your script runs, keeping your folder pristine, 24/7.
So, you did it. You successfully built the tool to conquer your downloads folder. You've had a taste of that automation power, but believe me, this is just the beginning.
Now here's a more advanced challenge for you. Our script handles duplicate file names, sure, but what about two identical images saved as, say, cat.jpg and my_catpicture.jpg? Different names, but the exact same content. To find those, we need to look deeper than just the name. We need to look at the file's actual data. We can solve this with a cool concept called a file hash. Think of it as a unique digital fingerprint for the contents of a file. It doesn't care what the file is named. If the data inside is identical to another file, their hashes will match every time. By comparing these hashes, you could build an even more powerful script to hunt down true duplicates all across your system. You now have the blueprint for file automation. You've seen how to take a repetitive task, break it down logically, and use a little bit of Python to solve it for good. So the only question left is, what tedious, time-wasting thing will you automate next?